She done lost her mind.
What's this knob do?
Hello, friends and family. How you doing? How you doing? Okay, so this episode video thing is going to be about lesser known cultural things. Wow, Dad, your hair's looking really nice these days, even though you always wear that hat. Oh yeah? Why don't we just take this hat off?
So you cannot touch the top of an older person's hair. One of our friends has really soft hair and he's older.
Somehow we got on the topic and we touched the top of his head, and one of our Korean friends, even though he said okay, everyone in our group was patting his head, so he was like, no, I can't touch his head. And then I was like, why? He's like, because you're not supposed to touch the top of the head of an older person. So he refused to touch the top of the head even though he gave permission. So I'm 3 years older than him, so I was like, but you always touch my hair. And he had no excuse for that one. Did ya? You know who you are. I'm so proud of you. You got a good job and everything. Oh, I got you something for my first paycheck. Did you like it? You are the executive manager, top CEO person for some successful corporation, and you got me some pajamas. You got me some pajamas, girl. She got me some pajamas. Okay, so the first time I saw this one was on a Korean drama called Brilliant Legacy. They had gotten a new job and they had bought their grandmother some pajamas. And she was so excited about the pajamas, and then I was like, but she's rich and owns a big company. I mean, I know that she likes because of sentiment from her grandchild and stuff like that. But then I learned later that that's just something that they do, is buy pajamas with your first paycheck. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? I know you're about to take that test, that big life-changing test of some sort. So, I got you some candy. You better take this candy, and don't forget, don't wash your hair tonight before the test.
This ungrateful girl. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do and buying her candy before a big test.
One of my other friends told me that before the test, it's kind of like a superstition where before a test, if you don't wash your hair, then you'll pass or something like that. So, yes to that, yeah. So get your grease on, girl. Get your greasy hair up in there and take that test, girl, because you know you're going to pass. Where did you put the chestnut soy milk? Oh, the soy milk? It's over there. What? It's over there. You better put that toe down. Girl, I'm going to come hit you with this microphone. This microphone. Girl. Pointing with your toes. I was actually in the 6th grade teaching lounge, and I was sitting on the couch and I had my legs crossed, and we were doing something, and so I pointed and I jutted my foot over, and my coworker beside me, she was like, oh my god, don't do that ever again, put your foot down now. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, what did I was so confused. I'm just kidding. Of course, over dramatized it. She was like, don't do that. Luckily no one else saw. So sitting cross legs, one of my friends, she said it's disrespectful to cross your legs if you're sitting across from someone who's older than you. Okay, so don't do it. If you're sitting across from someone who's older than you, do not cross your legs, otherwise there will be dire consequences and you will burn in some place where you burn if you disregard the Korean cultural laws. Okay, so the next one is just kind of like a superstition thing. During Chuseok is kind of like the Korean Thanksgiving. The family makes shape the rice cake beautifully. Then the superstition is that you will have a beautiful daughter. That's right, folks. So if you get invited to someone's house and you're making those rice cakes, you better make it nice, or you better not have any daughters. Okay, so I got scolded at school, right? During lunch, we have a big thing of rice, and everyone scrapes their own rice. So I cannot stand if there's rice left on the spoon or anything left on the spoons. I like to clean spoons when I do stuff, right? So when I scoop the rice, I would always scoop it, like, and then like put it on the side of the dish to scrape the rest of the rice off of the spoon. And one of my co-workers, after a few months, she was like, Megan, stop scraping the rice like that. You always scrape your rice like that. She's like, don't do it. And then I was like, why? She said a long time ago, in the historical eras, which would be a long time ago, redundancy, okay, like maybe people will come and beg at rich people's houses, and so they might give them a scoop of rice. And so because the people were poor, they wanted all of the rice, so they would scoop the rice off of the side of the spoon for the poor people so they could have more. And so if you're not poor, then you just kind of scoop it and dump, and whatever comes off you're okay with, because you don't need the extra because you're not poor. So that's what she explained to me, and I was like, okay, it makes sense. But I still can't help it. Whenever I see all the rice caked up on that spoon, rice cake, when I see all the rice caked up on that spoon, I'm like, this is driving me insane. Someone scrape it off of the big spoon, please. Okay, so this one, okay, so my coworker, she always takes me home from work every day because my house is on her way home. So she would always put me in the back right seat, and I was like, what is this, you know? Because in the United States, the front seat is like the seat that like every passenger wants, kind of the front seat. And so eventually I was like, why do you keep putting me in the back seat, you know? Can I sit in the front seat? She's like, sure. And then I was like, so in Korea, is it different? Because the principal, we were going to a 회식, and the vice principal wanted to ride with us. So we were like, okay, he has to go in the back right seat. So apparently the back right seat is like the most important seat, or like the most important person to sit there unless you are packing up in that car. So on days when many people pack up in my coworker's car to go to the 회식, if many people didn't drive that day, then that person sits in the front, obviously, because they can't be scrunched up in the back. So yes. And then writing names in red ink, you know, if you write someone's name in red ink, it means you want them to die, so don't do that. So anyway, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you to everyone who's been subscribing recently. I'm super encouraged. Thank you guys for your encouraging words and your great suggestions for future videos and what you want to see, etc. Feel free to tweet me and or post in the comments below any things that you would like to see in videos, or just some suggestions if you have them, and things like that. Thank you guys so much for being so awesome. Oh, if you like this video and you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe to the YouTube page, which is down below. And I'ma see you next time. Maybe I won't look so crazy next time.